What's up, Dragon Brood? Want to remind y'all, you'll have one day to subscribe, click the notification bell, click all notifications to be eligible for our holiday giveaway that is going on shortly, so get on that if you haven't. But today we're going to talk about some Gruul Landfall Aggro. And I hesitate on the aggro because we sort of became aggro. It's not necessarily where we started. So I want to go ahead and get into the deck, and we're going to talk about that and talk a little bit about standard and where it's at as well. So this is going to be a little bit of deeper intro on the deck, but hopefully y'all appreciate it. Now, before we get into everything, as always, got to tell you, shop.ultrapro.com, our folks over at UltraPro, they do a lot to take care of us. And honestly, they're the reason we're getting to do a cool giveaway in what, like 24 hours, maybe after the time y'all are watching this. So yeah, give some love to them if you're thinking about picking up some supplies for your products. Now, before we get into the deck list, the thing I want to talk about is that the issue you have, and I want to say, like, several of you still want to play regular standard. And by the way, I'm working on some stuff to maybe talk about alchemy intro, alchemy on a budget type thing. So like, if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments, because I'm debating doing that and hammering it out so you have it over the holiday break, or at least over the Christmas break. But if not, I won't bother with it, but please let me know for sure if you're interested. But the issue you have right now is last night on stream, we played, I don't know, like 20 some games, and we only didn't play against a white aggro deck or Izzet Epiphany, I think 4 times, right? That's kind of where the format's at. And I'm not saying you can't play other things or whatever, but using this deck as an example, we started out in a situation where we were trying to play a fun mid-rangey thing, do stuff with like Scoot Swarms and all this other stuff, and like, you'll see in the video, we did win a couple of games, so I included those, but ultimately, it's the final version over the last, I don't know, handful of games you'll see. And I'll notate in the video where we were playing this version where we settled in the video. But I'm leaving the other footage in there so you can kind of at least see some interesting matchups, but then ultimately going to show you where we finished with this version and how it did. So basically the second half of the video will be this deck. But we ended up here because you are almost in a situation where you have to play aggro, or I think like heavy aggro, or you have to play really controlling, right? You can play the super short game and the super long game. That's kind of where standard's at right now. You don't really have room for much of the mid-rangey things, you know, and even then, like I said, where this started out at was cool, but we ended up going, well, we need some haste creatures, we need some flyers, we need this, we need this. So like, that's kind of where we ended up at, and took out all the, what do we call, the quirky fun things, right? So for those of you that do still want standard content, understand that there's kind of 2 things here. You're going to get a lot of super slow decks and super fast decks. There's not going to be a lot of mid-rangey things. And you're going to see a lot of matchups against white aggro decks and against Epiphany decks. Not much else I can tell you. Now, I'm not opposed to doing it. We still will be making standard content, but that's kind of just where the format stands at the moment. I will still be mixing in alchemy stuff as well as interesting decks present themselves or whatnot. But for today, we do have a standard video. And we're playing some Gruul cards. So we're starting out with Frostbite and Blizzard Brawl, which means we are going ahead and playing some different types of snowlands, because, you know, we need to be able to have these. And the thing is, these removal cards are important because that's going to be where you get at least somewhat of an edge against the mono-white decks. And then the next card that I think is becoming a necessity, because again, how the format's shaping, you kind of need to have Snakeskin Veil. And kind of like yesterday's deck. If you didn't check that out, yesterday's deck was another good fun deck, another aggro deck, but it's the Magecraft deck, right? Also had to play a card that gave your creatures hexproof, right? So we're playing, I think it was a guard, you hear a guard approach, right? So you have to have these cards because you're trying to survive like Fading Hopes and Divide by Zeros and all the white creatures that steal or exile your things, right? You're having to divide. Hell, and not only that, you have Valorous Stance in some of the white decks you're trying to fight against too. Or, I don't know, Portable Holes, right? That's a thing. So you got to have your Snakeskin Veils. we had one extra slot, so we decided to play Inscription of Abundance just because it's useful against all the matchups, so I figured why not. Lotus Cobra. And this is a case where we're playing Cobra, so we can try to get ahead, especially against the Izzet decks. If you can get a mana or two ahead and really do some things, that is a big deal. So we're trying that out and see how that works. We're going Brushfire Elemental because we still want to be on the landfall trend, I guess, if you will. Kind of that whole thing, so we're taking advantage of that. Playing Kazandu Mammoth because, you know, it also has landfall and it happens to be a land. And then we're playing Eska's Chariot because it doesn't make sense to not play the Chariot. My first versions didn't have it. We were trying other things, and ultimately, just getting extra blockers and whatnot, like you can't do without, so it's too good. Uvenwald Oddity. This is also very good. This is one of those things you wouldn't expect would be great, but, you know, having a haste creature, having something to do on turn 4, trampling creatures are good against the white decks as well, so, like, yeah, this is just a really good card here. Going in with some Goldspan Dragons as well, taking advantage of the opportunity to fly over the top of the white decks, but also be fast enough against the Epiphany decks, but produce extra mana as well. And that's important because that allows us to do multiple things, especially when we have Snakeskin Veils and whatnot. And then Wrenn and 7, because you're already playing the Chariot, you can make a big flyer, which helps against some versions of Izzet that are playing dragons and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and run with that. Lands, again, we're playing a bunch of snow-covered lands, so we have 10 snow-covered forests, 6 snow-covered mountains, 4 Crag Crown Pathway, 3 Evolving Wilds, and 1 Field of Ruin. Mostly because these hit our landfall triggers, and we want to have that going on. So yeah, again, in this video, I want to say the first couple of games, I included them just because there were some fun and interesting things that happened, but we're immediately after that going to hop into playing this one and closing out with more games of this. So it's kind of a weird thing, but it's sort of the way things developed on stream, so I kind of wanted to include it all and let you, if you like some of the card choices, feel free to go with that. If you want some sampling of the first deck list, let me know, and I'll see if I can include it in a comment down below. But this is really the version you're probably going to end up wanting to play. Don't forget, you can find the password in the video somewhere. That's going to get you in for an additional drawing as well. Otherwise, yeah, I'll check you at the end of the video. All right. I guess we go for it. We could turn to Cobra. I don't think the Cobra lives, but if the Cobra lives, we could get a Toski. I don't know if that does anything. Maybe it does in this fight. Alright, we'll go with this. Mostly because we could kill something and still play Mammoth next turn if we really need to, and then we could wait on Toski for the following turn. Portable Hole, I guess we won't be doing that at all. We'll just be playing a Mammoth. Good to know. We do get a backup Mammoth. I don't know if that matters. But now we can play a second Mammoth and a Frostbite, or we could just play Toski as a blocker. That's also acceptable here. I'm actually good with the trade here, believe it or not. Like, I am totally fine there. Go ahead and play that. Play this. And we'll take out that. All right. So now we have the ability, maybe, to play Toski and get in there for a big hit with the large Mammoth, but we'll see. All right, Redain. Could matter. Oh, that is a good one to hit. That is a good one to hit. However, I think we want to save that because I'm greedy. All right, here comes Mammoth. Would you like to give us a card? They say no. Fair enough. In the turn. I'm not going to crack the Evolving Wilds now because I think most of the stuff we have is going to be at 2 or 3 mana, so we're mostly okay with that. I can just save it till we're ready to attack, get a bigger damage in. Plus, I don't think it'll matter, but we could Blizzard Brawl something and still do a bit more damage. Alright. There's an Aspirant. I'm assuming is going to pump the Redain. Makes sense. Redain gets to fly over for 3 since it has Vigilance. Fair enough. We take our turn. That doesn't help our case very much at all. We will go ahead and blow this up. I think I'll just get another forest. I will shoot this. And then we're going to come in for lots many damages here. They're going to give us an Aspirant and they're going to give us some cards. Alright. Cards it is. These have haste, but I'll go ahead and play one now. And then we'll be set up to play the other next turn. Gonna wait because we can also get the landfall trigger on the Mammoth. Yeah, portable hole. Great. You can have an elemental. That doesn't do much to our other two boys. Okay. Here they come. Because I can't block. It's currently powered to less. I guess they could pump it. But if so, I'm willing to take that chance. Alright. Keeping things fueled. Here we come. I mean, you can still block Toski and take 8. I'm alright with that, though, if you want to. Oh, they had a fateful absence. Boo! Boo! Alright, fair enough. Well, we get 1 card for our troubles. That is not a bad card to get. Let's go ahead and crack this using those. Oh, that's not bad either. Both of those are really good. Oh my goodness. And they've already used 2 portable holes. So there's a chance this is going to be pretty awesome. You got to get rid of Toski here, right, opponent? I mean, I guess you don't. Yeah, I mean, okay. I guess not. Sure. I guess that makes sense. That was going to be hard for them to block unless they wanted to trade. So that sort of makes sense. Oh, so much stuff here. What do we do? Okay, I think the plan here is either play the Green Warden or play the Wrenn and 7 and then set up Scoot Swarm next turn. I think is the real plan here. So let's... I mean, do we Green Warden and then just make a pile of Duders? Man, this is actually a tough choice. Believe it or not, this is not easy.
From root to canopy, the trees are mighty.
And then I'm just gonna... Well, I have to attack. Sure. I mean, if they get rid of our 6/6, that's fine. Then we just go with our backup plan. Alright, they gave up. Okay, we will keep this. Though it doesn't do a lot, now that I'm looking at it. I mean, because these are not really castable unless things go really well for us. And the only plus side here is we get to play Scoot Swarm next turn. And then, okay, let's see how we feel about this. Because we can... Alright, we can do this, right? Get green. Then we can just cast Scoot Swarm. And then we can pass. So now we have the option of getting another mana and blocking with the 1/1. If that's all that comes of it. My guess is they're probably going to kill Scoot Swarm here anyway. No, they're just an Eska. Alright. Well, you can tap Magda for mana now, which does create 2 mana. Theoretically. Not theoretically, I mean it does. It's just, do they have anything to do with the 2 mana? Looks like the answer may be no. Now, the scary thing is, this does mean they have a lot of mana next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, because they can get one during our end step here. Yeah, exactly, even if they don't use it. So yeah, they have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A ton of mana next turn. Oof. 7, possibly 8. All right. Do we want to crack this now? Doesn't really make a difference. Nah, because we're still playing Ren and 7 either way here. Ooh, are we though? Damn. Damn. Okay. Well, crap. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Man, using this Blizzard Brawl seems super important here. Actually, no, we can't even kill anything with it. What am I doing? That's only going to be 3. I mean, we can kill Magda, but that's... I don't know. I think this is a bad draw for us, so let's just do what we can do here and hope for the best. Let's get a mountain for our troubles. We'll play that. And we'll just play this.
I will protect the trees can fight their
And no attacks. Now, if we do draw a land, next turn we can put all of our lands into play. Get a pile of Scoot Swarm tokens. Get a Ren and 7. I mean, an Ancient Green Warden after that. So, I don't know. We're kind of in a weird spot here. But the opponent has all the mana they could want. Like, I've played decks similar to that. They can cast literally everything. I mean, here they can 1, 2, 3, 4. They can, yeah, they could cast the Prismatic Bridge if they wanted to, with the treasure from Magda. Yeah, that. All right, this might be what they're setting up for. The only good news is that means they'll be shielded down for at least a moment before we can try to kill something. But let's see. What you got going on, opponent? Oh, Joffrey. What? Where did that come from? That just boosts spirits, right? Well, whenever a creature dies, you get it back, I guess. But, yeah. Okay. Cool. Not what I expected to see at all. I hadn't really ever considered playing Joffrey in any of my builds. Ooh, this is now also interesting. Because not only can we do the Scoot Swarm thing, we can get a bonus land after playing the Ancient Green Warden. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, getting these into play for 0. And then this becomes a 6/6. We could attack with if we really want to. And then, all right, cool. Okay, let's do that. Not the way I thought this was going to go down.
and the ground supports us.
Oh, and then with our bonus land, we could kill Joffrey even. Right? Because this gives us 6 straight up. Oh, but that comes into play tapped. Oh, but we get to play this one out of the yard. So we do get green mana. And we get double triggers. Not that we need all this mana. Sure. Bunch of Scoot Swarms. And then let's go ahead and just fight a Joffrey here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, with this is fine. I want to just end that nonsense right now. Attacking with this. These two 1/1s because they're not that important. Okay, there we go. Sadly, I think we have to mulligan this. This hand doesn't really do a whole lot. That's a bit better. It's going to make me a little sad about getting rid of the Ren and 7, but I think it's correct. All right, let's see what we can do. And I also think we're probably going to lead with the Cobra and just let the Cobra die. That's probably what's going to happen. Ah, I should have played the mountain first. Dang it. Missed opportunity. I could have got more damage in on this coming turn because I'd be able to play this, then play a land and do whatever I need to do. So, yeah. Bad play there. Could cost myself. But we'll see. Man, almost. I do wish I had that Ren and 7 now. Alright. Yep, just a missed opportunity, unfortunately. Dang. Alright, well, we do want this dead. And we'll attack. Alright. I'll assume our elemental is going to get exiled here, because that's how this tends to work. Nope, just a redeem. That works, though. We'll take it. Fight her down. Get in for 6 more. Alright, we do need a big spell here, deck. That would be great. You know, I'd like to do something else here. Would be fantastic. That is not going to help us. So, I guess we just attack, though. We don't really need the Cobra at this point. Opponent decides to go to 8. Alright, they must have another exile thing, I'm assuming. Oh, they had an Adeline. Nice. Alright, we take 5. Do we have anything worthwhile here? Need one of our biggins. That is big-ish. Now I'm also getting punished for not playing a land last turn, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. Having a 6/6 would have been great. Question is, how do we survive this? Not like that is the answer. Okay, I think we're dead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're dead. Even if we block Redain. Or Adeline, I mean. Oh, opponent, you should attack with everything and we die. Right? That's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would have been Xaxes. Well, now I have an issue if I don't even know. I guess we block Redain? But if we do, I don't know how we live next turn. I think we're just dead anyway, right? Yeah, because going to 4, we definitely die. Yeah, I guess we just do this. Like, we're still... I mean, I guess we're 1 less from dead. It doesn't matter. We didn't draw anything. All right, GG's opponent. We're dead. Yeah, we keep this. Sure. I'm not sure even what I want to play first here. If I want to play... I guess whatever I draw the next couple turns to determine if I want to play the Sculptor of Winter or the Druid class first. But we shall see. Alright. But yeah, if enough people really wanted to see me play a giant deck, I would do something. Probably for Alchemy if people really wanted to see it. Because there's at least an additional helpful giant there. But generally speaking, I don't think the deck is very good. Like, I want it to be good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I am in favor of the deck being better and playable. It's just so far, to my experience, is not. Alright, let's see how long this Sculptor of Winter lasts. I assume it's going to be 0.0 turns. I mean, now the only thing we can do that's relevant is probably find like a Ren in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's doable. 3, play that, gets us a land, and gets us 1, 2, 3. That's not enough. So it's just, do I want to waste the Uvenwall Oddity here or not? I think the answer is yes. And then we'll just get in for 6. And then if they want to divide by 0 or something next turn, so be it. Hunt for specimens. Okay. That was not what I expected to see. This takes 7 mana to flip, right? Yeah. So I'm still going to be 1 short. So now it's how much damage do we think we could get in now? Okay, let's go for it. You gonna bounce a thing? Looks like they are. Yep. No surprise. Sounds good. So now we have to decide if this is a counter, if it's an epiphany, if it's a deal damage foretell thing. Is it even worth it to play Scoot Swarm here? Or do we just want to level this up so I can be set up to use our 3rd level in a couple turns? I think I'm just going to do this and regret it. There's a good chance this is going to get met with a Spikefield Hazard. Alright, it didn't. Now they could still like burn down the house here or something. But I don't know if they will, knowing there's an Uvenwald Oddity back here. Alright. So now there's a divide by 0. Okay. So we can 1, 2, 3 play an oddity. Leaves up 1 mana, 2 mana, 3. It's not going to be quite enough. That is an unfortunate situation. Well, let's do this. And then let's try to attack here. Actually, I guess it doesn't hurt us to just try to play one, right? They know it exists. If they want to counter it, they counter it. Whatever. Oh, what? 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 I feel like we're getting rope-a-doped here, everybody. The hell is that about? All right, I'm going to go ahead and level this. Like, I feel like I have to set up for next turn. If they sweep the board, we can play a land, get 4 Scoot Swarms. I sweep everything, then we get to attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess we go ahead and do it. Alright. Let's see what's up. I mean, they can Epiphany here. And then back-to-back Epiphanies, I guess. Oh, Meat Hook. Yeah, that's fine. Like, we knew that was an option anyway. So, actually, now can we do this and this? Yeah, I guess this makes more sense, huh? I mean, if they have more sweepers, they have more sweepers. There's a very real possibility they have more sweepers. Yep, just as we suspected. Alright, well. Why does Arena do that and not, like, leave you one color mana open for stuff like that? I guess it doesn't know better. Alright. Come on now. I mean, we really don't have an out unless we probably find, like, the last Uvenwald oddity. Well, there's 2 left. Yep, and then you take extra turns here. Sounds like a ball game. Yep, yep. Sounds good. And then they're going to do it again. Fortunately, we're at 26 life. Here's Celestis. I mean, might as well look for other combo pieces, right? Yep. Makes sense. I'm going to assume this is just, saw it coming. I mean, if they get a Fading Hope, though, that kind of just wrecks our only plan we have going for us. Alright. Cool. Oh my gosh, we got to go first with all of our non-creatures. So, that's pretty bad. Ugh, gross. Alright, well. We'll keep it, I guess. Wow, what do I even do with this? I guess Ren and 7's gotta go? Man, that feels weird. God. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Like, we may just have to play the Mammoth straight up at some point. Alright, well. This hand's already gonna be in trouble. Why did I not sacrifice that? It's alright, though. We weren't going to play anything here, as it turns out, anyway. Alright, need to kill that, that's for sure. Because it would have went and got green anyway, so it would have been kind of a similar situation, regardless. Alright, that is helpful. We'll attack. Oh, we aren't blocking? Well, you can't block. Alright. Let's see if we can just outrace them. That's kind of where we're at this point. Fortunately, they have no life gainers in play at the moment. Alright, goal here is draw an untapped land. Let's do it. We did it, team. We did it. Alright. Oddity also tramples, so that's good news right now. Alright, they go to 10. They get to play a land. Probably play another 1-drop if they have it. But none of those particularly gain life here, so that's good. That one can gain life later. Ooh, alright. Well, now we're kind of priced into playing this. And we're going to continue attacking. Because the opponent having a low life total is great for us. Unfortunately, it's only 7. We can make 8. Don't have enough to kill them. In the turn. And in a weird situation, we might actually have to play Ren and 7 and +1 to see if we can find a land. Depending on what they do here. Oh. We may not have this elemental. Anyway, well, we have a Snakeskin Veil. All right, Voice of the Blessed. We can't really do anything about that, so they go to 4 and get a 3/3. Ah, they had another creature. Damn. That's what I was kind of hoping they didn't have another 1-mana thing. Well, now we're going to have some work to do. I mean, you still attack with your Vigilance thing. Yeah, exactly. Unless... maybe... we find another... not that. Okay, we did find a land, though. So that is relevant here. Very much so. And the fact that it can be green mana as well. So... alright. We do what we gotta do, because they have to block the... well, they don't have to block it, I guess. But it would be smart to block it. Alright, let's minus, get a big body.
From root to canopy, the trees are mighty.
And then we'll just attack with our dudes. And then we'll see what's up. I mean, we do have a 4/4 Trampler. And we're 1 mana away from flipping it, so that's a thing. I mean, obviously, they can protect it, blah, blah, blah. But we can only do what we can do. Oh, wait, they only blocked the one thing? Oh, I didn't pay attention. I thought they were blocking elsewhere. I could have definitely just put the counter on... oh, well, they had lifelink, though. Never mind. Yeah, it didn't really matter. That was a bad attack in general. We had nothing to gain out of that. Okay. Come on, untap land. Alright, that was like the next best thing. Alright. I don't know if this is going to survive more than this turn, but it is what it is. I mean, this Uvenwald Oddity is trying to be, now a behemoth, trying to be a one-man gang. Oh, man. And it gets an extra +1 counter. Like, the worst possible thing. I guess the only thing we can draw now is I don't even know what we could draw here. Not that. I was thinking, well, you know what? If we find a Blizzard Brawl. That's a thing, right? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's only 7, though. Damn. Because all our things have haste. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Haste and trample, though. Ah, goodness. Yeah, I mean, the problem is, though, they block and then they gain 8 anyway, so you trade. Like, the problem is we can't attack with the 7 because they didn't just block. They go to 16. They take 8. They go to 8. It's not any good. If we attack with just the Uvenwald Oddity or Behemoth, I mean, I guess that's a thing, but then they're going to gain 8 off of that. Well, if it doesn't have lifelink now, though, so maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking it had lifelink for some reason. But I forgot it was from this. It didn't just have it on its own.
We prefer not to fight.
So yeah, we just have to hope they don't have another Fateful Absence, because we were dead either way, right? Attack for 15, 8, 9, 10, 11.
The entire forest is in
I'm trying to think if they block here. If we attack with both, that's 16. They would still be alive. But there's no way they can do it without blocking with Voice of the Blessed, right? Alright, well, if you got it, you got it. If not, we're still playing Magic. Okay, I was going to say, we're not just letting one of those through, right? Like, that was about to be a miracle. Kind of surprised they didn't kill the oddity, though, because that's giving everything else to haste. Unless they were really worried about flying for some reason. Because you can kill Ren and 7 here. Oh, Angel of Destiny. Alright. That's an interesting one. That does have first strike. It has double strike, actually. Oh, but the opponent didn't attack with anything there. Huh. Well, now we just attack with all of our dudes that are 3/3s with haste, right? Well, yeah. That's, of course, how that's going to go. I mean, meh. I mean, I don't know what they expected me to do otherwise. I mean, eh. I mean, they made the right play there, but I would have killed... If they would have killed the Uvenwald oddity, they'd still be alive, I think. Because then you could just chump block the other thing. Yeah. Man, I don't know if we can keep this or not. I'm going to say keep it. Whatever. We'll try. Well, do we find a burn spell here? Nope. We're already in lots of trouble. On the off chance we might get to kill Luminarch Aspirant. That might be the best thing we get to do here. Yeah, alright. I guess that's what we're doing. Alright. And then Adeline gets to put us out of our misery, right? Nope, Brutal Cathar. Why not? Well, that's a thing. Oh, that's a tough choice. Alright, so if we kill the Cathar, we could get back the Cobra. Play a land. At least lets us play Uvenwald Oddity. I think that's what we do. And then just save this. And then play this, get green. And then play the oddity. Attack. Alright. Another Cathar. Sure, why not? Like, when you got it, you got it. Okay. No attacks.
The trees are mighty.
I mean, I was gonna say, if you just have even more, it's just like, there's literally nothing we can do at that point. You just have to say, great, you got it. This is interesting, though. Alright, come on. Hit some lands, Ren. Come on. Well, we hit a land. Oh, no! Double Chariot went to the yard. That is super sad. I'm not gonna lie. That hurts inside. Quite a bit, actually. I mean, I guess we just play both of these, attack. Probably still leave these up to block. Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter what color we get here. I mean, if they block with the Spellbinder, like, fine. Like, sure. That's like the least concerning thing that could happen there. Now, that could be a real problem. Now we have to start finding some things. Now this is honestly where we missed the chariot. Oh, look at that. Just, it's like I summoned it. I was like, and this is where we missed the chariot. And it's like, oh, look what we just found. Yeah, opponent gave up. All right, good for us. Oh, yeah, let's keep this. I will say this. Having even worked on card games, extra turns rarely are good. I mean, and that's the best I can say. It's like they are rarely good for the games that have them. Like, it's just one of those things. Well, yeah, and there's a lot of things you could do in a game that some people would love that are still very non-interactive or whatever that aren't necessarily good for the game. And I always tell people, like, how many games have you been in where somebody's gotten an extra turn and you felt that was good? You know what I mean? Like, almost never. What do I want to do here? Alright, I'm gonna be lame here. Because I have a feeling there's a fading hope. Oh, there was not a fading hope. How wrong I was. It was a consider. Oh well, I missed out. Do you want to divide by 0 a Snakeskin Veil? Nope, they have a Jirari's Disruption. Well, that works too. Kind of the same thing. Alright, let's see what the opponent's got for us this turn. Oh, it's dead. Yep. Well, we already know they're playing Disruptions. There's nothing I can do about it. No, they don't have it. Look at that. Alright, there's a Leer. Can't quite kill a Leer yet. That is an interesting card, but I don't think it particularly does anything here. Alright. We're going to go to attacks. Mostly because they block with Leer, we can still shoot them with a Frostbite. Sure. They're not even trying to do anything here. Oh, they don't have the mana to. Wait. Alright, well. Sure. Makes sense. Try to find one of them there Epiphanies. And we just pass. Iteration, cool. Alright, opponent. What you got for us here? I think I'm gonna be greedy here. and just try to cast another Chariot. Actually, no, I really shouldn't. Because in the event of a sweeper or something, I'd like to do something next turn. So let's not. Like, if they have a burn down the house, we want to be able to play this afterwards. All right, sure. I mean, if that's the way that has to go down, I'm okay with that. That is more than reasonable. All right. Like, if that's their answer to not die, we appreciate it. I will play this. Yep, there's a hole breaker. Makes sense. Alright. Get rid of all my duders. Yep. Windfall, get a whole lot of things. I mean, you still do a lot. You got access to 5 mana here. I mean, you can copy and shoot and still do other things, so they've got the world at their fingertips. All right. Ah, dang it. Well, not much we can do. Well, that's pretty nice. Yep. All you need is one thing that lets you cast anything, and you're not dead. Well, did you get it? They didn't. They're about to attack there. So yeah, there you have it. If you want something different to play other than playing those big decks, this is still a reasonable option. You can still play some games, you can make some fun plays, you have some neat interactions, and it's a little bit of a throwback, right? Because we were playing Landfall back when Zendikar first came out, and then we slowly but surely got away from it. So now it's actually oddly a reasonable time to kind of turn back the clock a little bit and do a little something with it. So I was pretty happy with how we ended up. Unfortunately, it's just not the quirky stuff we were doing in the beginning, but it is what it is. And can't do much with the format, just tells you that's the way you want to be. Now, admittedly, we're talking specifically about ranked play. If you're playing in the open queue, feel free to do whatever you want. The play queue allows you room to do a lot of other things. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Avenger of Zendikar, because honestly, I don't think there's ever going to be a time where this card isn't going to be popular. And there's been reprinted a couple times and we have some different versions of it, but truthfully, this card is always going to be a fun one for a commander. Always going to carry. Even now, I'm looking over and it has like, I don't know, it's still $5 or $6, even with all the printings that it has. So yeah, this is one you can always expect people are going to want. And it really is just a fun card. Like, it's a big body that makes a bunch of other bodies and has upside every turn after that. So yeah, nothing wrong with this card at all. I just think it's one of those ones that, though people know it's a thing, you sort of forget about it until your opponent plays it in a commander game and they're like, oh yeah, that's a magic card still. So yeah, just figured it'd be a fun inclusion since we're playing Landfall today. Now don't forget, if you do want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch page, and our Discord if you want to come by and just talk about the format, especially if you're struggling right now and you want to get some help with stuff and still want to compete in Standard. Come by, we'll do what we can to help you out. And if you haven't, please consider joining the channel for all the work that I'm putting in to try to still bring you quality stuff in a tough environment. That support really means a lot. But even if you can't do that, please at the very least, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on this video because that helps. And then remember to hit the notification bell, especially hitting all notifications so you are still eligible for the giveaway we'll be doing in a day. But that's it. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.